I have been excitedly awaiting this moment ever since it was announced on Twitter. I really couldn't be happier that the moment has finally come. Ethan, or should I say Eden, take it away.
Hi everyone. I know this might be a little bit of a weird video. It's weird for me too, so sorry, I guess. I want to say like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I realized I was transgender. I am a trans woman. In the words of Roseanne Barr, a woman is me.
That one they're asking all the time, what is a woman? I'll tell you what a woman is. A woman is me.
Does anyone remember that? Am I the only one? I don't really talk about
I think you probably are the only. Why would anybody remember that? Roseanne Barr. How many people are even watching a Roseanne Barr special these days? I don't know. Maybe it did well. But and then she just said, "A woman is me." Why would anybody remember that?
myself that much in my content. And if anything, it's because I struggled so long to even understand who I was. And I never want to come across as disingenuous. But what do you do when you feel disingenuous in the skin that you're born in? It took me a really
It's ingenuous skin. My goodness, that does sound like quite the affliction.
long time to even understand how to be honest with myself about this. But I want what I make to always be honest and genuine, and I'm Eden. I'm 25 years old, and before probably 2 years ago, I would have never even imagined that I was trans or genderqueer or anything other than cis. I wasn't raised around gender stuff. I had to learn about all that stuff in school.
Wasn't raised around gender stuff. What does that really mean? I feel like you would have to be, unless, I mean, you're raised in some weird society where there's only men or only women. How would you not have any of that growing up? I understand if the concept of being trans wasn't introduced to you until later, but I mean, gender stuff, that's especially a person like this, I would think that say gender affects uh, a million assets or facets of our life. No? Strange.
And from Family Guy. And as a teenager, I was even reactionary and
Wait, they learned from Family Guy?
learn about all that stuff in school and from Family Guy. And as a teenager, I was even reactionary and transphobic because I was misled on
What the hell? Why would you do that?
what transgender even is. But I always knew that I wasn't comfortable in my own skin, never excited about the role that I was expecting.
You always knew you weren't comfortable in your skin. Your whole life? Yeesh. I guess that's what disingenuous skin is.
To fill as a man, and never particularly happy with the person I saw myself growing up to be. Sometimes the things that you
They were what?
never excited about the role that I was expected to fill as a man, and never particularly happy with the person I saw myself growing up to be. Sometimes
They were never happy with the person they saw themselves growing up to be? I mean, sure, maybe an aspect of this could be the gender stuff, but wouldn't most of that be like, your moral character, that sort of thing? That that seems a bit much. I don't know if I buy that.
the things that you don't even choose about yourself are the hardest to see and even harder to come to terms with. Who I am is not a choice. The choice that I am making is to embrace who I am, unapologetically and genuinely. And since making
Oh, don't you dare apologize. Don't you dare apologize for being yourself.
that decision, I've been happier than I've been in a long time. The disconnect from who I felt like and who I saw in pictures or even my own videos was overwhelming and caused a lot of depression. Passive and recurring thought
Videos and images of yourself caused you to be depressed? I mean, that's a little wretched. I gotta be honest. I just looking at videos or images of yourself.
who I felt like and who I saw in pictures or even my own videos was overwhelming and caused a lot of depression. Passive and recurring thought patterns limited the scope
Yeah, yeah. That's no, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. Just look, and but then they say that it took 2 years, or they didn't come to this realization until starting 2 years ago. That's a bit surprising to me because the way I found out I was trans was that I started uploading YouTube videos and a bunch of people in the comments let me know. I had no idea until I started doing YouTube, but people let me know pretty quickly. As soon as I started doing videos on like Anthony Cumia and Dr. Disrespect, those sorts of people, for the most part, they, I mean, right away, they let me know that I was trans. So it's strange to me that Eden would not have had comments telling them that because they're a much bigger channel than me. I would have thought for sure they had some people in the comments letting them know that they were trans to help them out. Because I don't know exactly how the commenters identify it, but I mean they were on it right away. I would have thought for sure people in the comments would have told you that, but maybe not.
On who I thought I could be based on arbitrary things that didn't really matter. But of course, it wasn't as clear as that when I was feeling it. It felt more like a big internal ball of self resentment and anger, sometimes for just not being something else. For
A lot of these left early type people, man, they really do sound so miserable and depressed. But it's just it's really it seems consistent.
not being happy. I struggled with denial for a long time, and I'm not embarrassed or ashamed of that. Even if I've been scared to admit it to myself in the past, I'll never be scared of being who I am again, and I'll never hold myself back like that again. For a long time, I felt that a part of me was truly missing, and I couldn't be more grateful that I did not let my cynicism prevent me from being happy, from being fulfilled, and from being true to myself. I use she and they pronouns now, and I'm going to be changing the names of my channels to match the name change. I want to thank
When I first saw this video earlier today, it did still say Ethan is online, I think. I think that's what this one was. But now it says Eden Riley. It has changed. So I don't know if maybe it takes like 24 hours or something for that to take effect. But congratulations. Congratulations. The YouTube channel name fits your identity.
everyone who's supported me and my content the last few years, whether you've seen one video or all of them. It genuinely means the world to me that I have the platform that I do, that I have the opportunity to make videos that I love for people who enjoy them. If you're out there watching, feeling just as lost as I
And more than any other creator, also lots of people who hate watching them. Because they only have 260K subscribers. And I mean, and that's very solid, not trying to poo-poo that or whatever. But relative to how many subs they have, they get so many hate videos or, videos talking crap about them. There's like the subscriber to talking crap videos ratio is exceptionally high with Eden Riley's channel.
used to. Just know that it can get better and that it's never ever too late to truly be who you are. And there's no need to apologize for being that person. This isn't about anything other than my
That's right. To you at home too. Don't you dare apologize for being yourself. Don't you dare.
happiness, which is kind of why it's hard to make a video about for me. It feels selfish. I guess it's informative, and I'm proud to be someone that I actually feel like.
It's a bit much to call it informative. It's just about you. I mean, yes, technically, that's not really furthering your knowledge. I don't think that counts. Too much. Again, too much.
For the first time in my life, I'm grateful that I can share this fact about me with you all. It's a weird, exciting, very long journey. Coming out feels like a weight off of my heart, and I genuinely can't put it any less fruity than that. But it feels really good to be able to breathe.
Wait, what? You're calling your trans announcement fruity? I think that's That's gotta be homophobic and or transphobic, something, right? I mean, that is messed up.
Breathe in my own skin. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to be doing a charity live stream for the Palestine.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, Ed, get that off the screen even. Not happening here. Oh, and somebody made this art when I was pulling together tweets for this. They made this art of Eden. And they used the outfit that's in this episode. So I thought, oh, let's get these side by side. Look at that. They did add a little bit of volume to the hair, a little bit more curls, texture, volume, something like that. Not sure the exact terminology, but other than that, pretty spot on. I'd say they even got a little mole here. Yeah. I don't know, you guys can't tell when I'm pressing the arrow key, so maybe you can't tell. But and then this part does weird me out though, because this is their girlfriend Lex. And look, they got level 1 here at the bangs, level 2 down here. It's kind of hard to tell on the right side as much, but you can see over here they got another shelf, and then they got the rest of it here at level 3. I mean, they got the same thing going on here. They don't have the thickness of hair up here in the bangs, but they've got level 1. I also have very thin hair too. I'm not shitting on them for that. All right, I got cheap white person hair, but level 1 in the bangs, level 2 right here, and then level 3 down here. That would really weird me out if my partner transitioned and, I mean, just did my hairstyle and stuff. That would be again a bit much. I find myself saying that a lot with this individual, a bit much. I mean, definitely jacked the haircut. It's even a little bit above the chin, a little bit above the chin. Same old thing. And this is sad. I don't know where I found this, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was an entertaining picture to add to this while I was in the editing software anyway. So leading up to this, like I said, there were some tweets. There's some tweets announcing this. On September 25th, they tweeted, "This edible ain't crap." And they replied to themselves the next day, September 26th, "I think I'm a girl." So, quite the edible, seemingly. They, shortly after that, said, "My first official act now that I'm out is to apologize for having been a man. Please forgive me. I'll never do it again." So, super based to apologize for being a man. And, I mean, they're committed to this. They're never going back. They'll never be a man again. Just FYI, I haven't even started HRT yet. It's been weirdly complicated for me to get, working on it. But also, it's not necessary to socially transition to live the life that makes you happy. And that's October 4th that they said that, which is less than 2 weeks after they announced that they're a girl. That does not really seem crazy that it's been weirdly complicated because it's been like 10 days. I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure everybody knows healthcare doesn't quite move that fast. Even when you go to the emergency room, a lot of times you'll end up waiting unless you're the most about to die person there, right? And they go on to say, "Shaving my arms and legs for the first time changed me in ways I cannot explain. Highly recommend." I don't know how many women do shave their arms. Is that a thing? Or is this just dark hair? That's my arm hair. It's not shaved. It might look like it is. There is some there. Yeah, you can see it. I mean, what do you got going on there? You gotta shave your arms. Again, a bit much. just a bit much with all of this. Being trans breaks people's brains so hard that the same freaks went from calling me soy and beta to now insisting I'm actually a strong, masculine man. Lamau. Uh, I don't know that people are saying you're super strong, masculine man. I think people said that more or less they said you're like a chubby boy. That's what you looked. And now, I mean, people can be pretty mean. So, but a chubby boy that grew their hair out or did their hair differently, that sort of thing. That's what I've seen people saying, that type of thing. I haven't really seen anybody say this is a masculine looking person, and especially a masculine looking person. I've not seen that. Maybe a bit to some extent for sure. Like I said, people are terribly rude. It's just so funny to watch them scramble for new talking points. Like you could just go outside or not think about how much you disdain trans people for like a day. It's really a sickness. Yeah, I mean, there is some of that too. People are not a fan of the trans people. But I think also that a lot of it seems to be specific to you. You got a lot of ish talked about you before all of this. Others being trans makes some people so angry online, but the kind of happy it makes me is so real and fulfilling, there's generally no way to take that away. TERFs and trans folks are like zoo animals to me. Well, that's a very degrading view of people. They're like animals? Okay, I said people were being rude to you, but you're just being rude right back. Uh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, people are gonna be rude, I guess, and you don't care. That's nice. Usually, when you people saying stuff doesn't bother you, it's better to just not acknowledge it. But I don't know. Maybe you know a different, an alternative strategy. What's crazy is that misgendering someone is literally just to get attention. It can be for sure. When Joe Rogan had Ben Shapiro on his podcast, and Ben Shapiro was talking about, I think it was the black woman from Orange is the New Black. It doesn't really matter too much, but he was talking about a trans woman, and he used she, her pronouns to refer to them. She did blah blah blah. He's like, oh, excuse me, he did blah blah blah. At that point, yeah, you're doing it for attention to be to be obnoxious about it. When you saw that person, your impulse was to use feminine pronouns, but then you go back on it just to make a point. But not every trans person passes as much as the orange is the new black person does because, or I mean, they just don't, right? So then a lot of the times people are not just doing it for attention. It's a genuine accidental misgendering, right? I do think that happens quite a bit, or where people are not sure what to do and they're like, yeah, try to tiptoe around or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I guess some people do. I don't think that's what most people are doing. There it is. There's that beautiful art. My version is actually a little bit better. Oh, hello again. Like that. I upped the contrast. That means it's better. Oh, here we go. Gamer girl and some some shorts on some short shorts on there. I'm not sure what's going on under the overalls. And you know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I guess my next video will be the trans announcement. I'll do it on Patreon first, though. And I just thought I'd put that because that's good for people to know. I assume if people knew that they were going to get the trans announcement early, a lot of people would have subscribed to the Patreon. So, and I think even now, probably a lot of people will maybe do other similar announcements on there. People would be very excited. Yeah, they love to do videos on you. I'm excluded from that. This is not a hate. This is Bo Black's style here. Well, former Bo Blacks. I wanted to post other stuff before announcing it, but it feels weird to not mention it. Haha. Okay, sure. And I believe that is all of the trans tweets I have, but I have some more. I have some more tweets that I found while I was going through their feed for this segment. Pen says, I'm actually under the idea that these wires from your computer are into your neck, giving you a blood supply, and the second you turn off that computer, you die with it. Dudette is mentally online. And that's the picture straight. I'm not sure what wires they're talking about here. I'm not seeing any wires, but I agree with the very online sentiment that that seems to be true to me. Oh, okay, here we go. This is in an effort to be completely fair and balanced. This is their Spotify Wrapped, I believe. I'm just gonna assume this is real. They didn't make this up. And if so, I mean, really solid list. I cannot hate. I cannot hate on this. Kendrick Lamar, JPEG Mafia, Denzel Curry, Danger Doom, and FM Doom. I'm pretty sure Danger Doom is just MF Doom and Danger Mouse producing. So two MF Dooms and then the rest of it. So pretty solid list. Really, I can't hate on that at all. That's a respectable list. Oh, this is messed up. Do you think lobsters are chill with being boiled for like a second? I think it would feel good. This is just condoning violence against animals and brutal killing. I don't think, I mean, being boiled seems one of the absolute worst ways to go. No, I mean, I don't know why we would assume it feels better for a lobster. It does seem like one of the worst possible ways to go. And oh, I already got it open, but this is Eden wearing a hilarious costume. Actually, I didn't even need to go back because I remember what they captioned this. They said, "I'm the goblin, baby." Hell yeah, that's sick. That's too funny, honestly. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Got a just a little bit more here. This is Lex here. Just a refresher. You know, that's Ethan there. That's also Ethan or Eden. Sorry, Eden. And this is Lex. Lex's now lesbian girlfriend, or Eden's now lesbian girlfriend. But this was 2023 that they say this. Getting the Zoomies by driving really fast in my car. Okay, well, that sounds dangerous, reckless. In 2022, they say, I'm crashing the car. Wait, that's even worse. And then again, I'm crashing the car next time. And Eden, okay, what the heck? Eden's doing misogyny here. They put a picture, girls be like, and then the car is flying. That's kind of traitorous behavior there to be doing that. And Benedict Arnold style to be hating on women like that and their abilities to drive. Rude. So then we got this video posted by Lex very recently. Those other ones were old, but this is recent. This Jeep is, I mean, it's a terrible thing to lose this Jeep. If you remember from the videos Lex uploaded about how SuperMega, I mean, really, in the end of it, didn't do all that much that was criticizable, other than, you know, maybe they contributed to putting everything on Don, that editor artist guy. So that was a little bit rough, but this Jeep was purchased by Lex and maybe Eden as well. I'm not sure, but Lex. No, I think just Lex. I think just Lex. And they did say that they purchased the vehicle because they're spending so much on Ubers. But they took this on a road trip that protected Rav, who is also in the SuperMega canceling stories a little bit. But Rav was just beside themselves with, I think, girlfriend breaking up with them and mother illness things. At least one of those. I can't remember for sure. But very sad about that. And Lex was worried about them continuing to exist voluntarily, if you catch my drift. So they went on a road trip to alleviate that. This Jeep saved Rav's life, essentially. And they took it also while they were being tortured and living the horrendous life in the super mega complex for free, rent free. They went on a trip to their mother's house in Tennessee to celebrate her birthday. It's just another wonderful memory that they had with this vehicle, and now it's gone. I mean, wow, I'm beaten up about it. I can't even imagine how they feel. I believe that's the car battery. I'm not positive, but I've seen people saying that's the car battery. I don't do cars, so I wouldn't know. I say I don't know cars, but I do believe this thing's done. I think this one's totally shot. That looks pretty bad. Just pause it here at the end. You know, the car part of the vehicle is not really all that attached to the wheels anymore. Seems pretty bad to me. Again, not a car person. Wouldn't know for sure. And here's a picture of it. I mean, look how far back that wheel is. Pretty rough. Pretty rough. And oh, you know, it probably would have been good to me to say this sooner, as you see that looks like a pretty bad wreck, but they were fine. They were fine. Lex and Eden were fine. Got hit by a car while driving through Pigeon Forge into Gatlinburg last night. Been getting hit on the front tire instead of the door and getting hit so hard that we almost flipped but regained control. Things could have gone so much worse. Feeling very lucky to be alive right now. And I don't know, this to me seems pretty clearly premeditated, right? I mean, we saw the tweets for getting the Zoomies by driving really fast in my car. I'm crashing the car, just straight up announcing what they plan to do. I'm crashing the car next time. I mean, really, we're supposed to believe this is an accident? I think this is a clear case of an insurance fraud. I could be wrong about that, but seems pretty obvious to me, given those announcement tweets. Oh, here we have, this is Eden's tweets about it. Right, there are pictures there. They said, someone crashed straight into my car on a road trip last night. Everyone is fine, but I'm going to take a couple days off, and I'll be back after Christmas. Be safe out there. Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. Someone crashed straight into your car yesterday? The way I heard your girlfriend talking, she planned to do this. So, that's pretty messed up to be doing. On top of the super mega stuff, they now have resorted to doing insurance fraud. I mean, that's rough. That's rough.